think will make you happy? A car, lots of money, fancy food, perhaps some delicious desserts, or a picnic abroad. A doting partner. Who wouldn't want that? Hello, my name is Mehezabin Dordi and I'm a clinical psychologist at the Sir H.N. Reliance Foundation Hospital. And today, let's talk happiness. Scientifically speaking, happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. Happiness is almost a national obsession these days. The self-help shelves of the bookstores are filled with entries that promise to help you find or achieve happiness. I wonder if Pharrell Williams was actually onto something when he came up with the happy song. So what is happiness? It is not getting everything that you want. It is actually far simpler than that. To put in that context, let me tell you a small story called The 10th Apple Effect. A short story that I'm sure will resonate with each of us. So here we go. A hunter was once lost in his way deep inside the forest while chasing a deer. He used all his skills, but neither did he find a way out of the jungle, nor could he find any food to eat. And now it was the third day and he was without food. He was losing all hope and he thought that he would simply die of hunger. Just then he caught the sight of an apple tree. He was ecstatic. He couldn't believe his eyes. He quickly collected 10 to 20 apples to feed him for the rest of his search. And as he bit into the first apple, his joy knew no bounds. He couldn't stop feeling grateful and blessed. He thanked God, he thanked the universe. He was very happy. He could not believe his luck as he ate the first apple. But he was lesser grateful when he bit into the second apple, and even lesser grateful when he came to the fifth apple. And by the time he reached the 10th apple, his joy had reduced drastically. He just could not enjoy the 10th apple. He even began throwing away apples which were not tasting as good, complaining about them, and he thought that some of them were rotten. Now, he had already taken for granted the gift of having found an apple tree in the middle of the jungle after 3 days of going hungry and almost giving up on life. In economics, it is called as the law of diminishing marginal utility. It is actually the law of diminishing gratitude. In simple words, taking things for granted, or let's call it the 10th apple effect. The apple represents our lack of appreciation for the gifts of life. The hunter represents all of us. The 10th apple is as sweet as the first apple. And if the 10th apple fails to give you as much pleasure as the first one, the fault is not of the apple, but of the person enjoying it. The reason I shared this story with you is because we've been having the 10th apple effect in our world for some time now. Abundance of everything, and then we start complaining. We complain about people, the government, the traffic, food, job, weather, everything. But during these recent years and the lockdowns, I'm sure that most of you have started appreciating a lot of different things in life, which we had taken for granted. Even the smaller things, like it is so nice to be able to talk to another human being. I'm so glad I got fresh vegetables to cook today. Or thank God I'm healthy and safe. Things like that. We had never thought of these things before. And it didn't even occur to us. These past 2 years have shaken us and showed us that we are dependent on something so much bigger than what we think, and we have to be grateful for our blessings. Now we have started appreciating the luxury that we live in, the abundance of food, of products, of freedom, health, servants, the good old days. Now we are realizing that we have been taking all of these things for granted. So right now, all of us have two choices: to be grateful or to be stressful. And it is a choice. I want to share with you another incident on this regard. Now, I'm not sure if this is a true incident or a fiction, but it is a powerful one. A 73-year-old man in Italy was admitted in the hospital and was put on a ventilator for a day. After he got better, he was presented with the bill. He saw the bill and started crying. The doctors tried to pacify him. They said, "Look, you really don't have to worry. We will manage something. Please don't be so upset." But what the old man told them made all the doctors tear up. The grandpa said, "I am not crying because of the money that I have to pay. I can pay all that money. I'm crying because I have been breathing God's air for 73 years and I have never paid for it. And now it takes 5,000 euros to use a ventilator in the hospital for one day. Do you know how much I owe God?" I didn't thank God for this before. Grandpa's words are worth our reflection. When we breathe the air that's freely given to us without paying, no one takes the air seriously. Only when we enter the hospital and we realize that breathing oxygen from a ventilator costs money. When you change the way you look at things, things you look at change. In positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. Gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, improve their health, deal with adversities, and build stronger relationships. Gratitude is a strong, powerful, and empowering emotion. And sometimes we have to bring more awareness and be more grateful for the gifts of life. Gratitude also supports our immune system. It makes us strong. On the other hand, stress makes us weak. And one thing that I have experienced in life is that when you are grateful, you cannot be fearful. These two just don't go together. So be aware of your state of mind and start counting your blessings. Thank you is perhaps the best prayer that you can chant all day long. The law of universe is that when you are grateful for things you have in life, you will have more things to be grateful for. So never let the 10th apple effect let you take the gifts of life for granted. Never let your gratitude for life fade away. Stay happy, stay blessed, and stay grateful.